Interesting how love and money can twist a family apart. My parents spent $230,000 on my sister's dream wedding, chandeliers, designer gowns, and a 5-tier cake that cost more than my car. Everyone called it the event of the decade. But just 6 months later, when my little boy's heart condition worsened and doctors said surgery could save him, for $85,000, those same parents told me, "We've already done our part for the family." That's when I realized money wasn't their problem. Love was. Growing up, my sister Emily was always the favorite. She was the princess, while I was the responsible one. When Emily got engaged, my parents went into full royal wedding mode. They wanted every guest to see how successful their family was. I didn't complain, I helped, even took days off work to plan seating charts. I thought we were a family celebrating love. But looking back now, that wedding wasn't about love. It was about status. And it was the beginning of the ugliest chapter of my life. The wedding was like something out of a movie. A glass ballroom, imported flowers from Italy, and a string quartet that played for 6 straight hours. My parents paid for everything, the designer dress, the open bar, even a helicopter entrance for Emily and her husband. I remember thinking, they're spending more on this day than most people make in 5 years. Still, I smiled through it. Because family comes first, right? When my mom toasted the newlyweds and said, "We do anything for our children," I clapped. I had no idea those words were a lie. 3 months later, my son Liam started getting tired easily. At first, I thought it was just school stress. But one night, he fainted. Doctors said it was a rare heart condition. The surgery cost $85,000, not optional, but life-saving. My savings barely scratched $20,000, and insurance covered almost nothing. My husband and I were shattered. After pacing the hospital hallway for hours, I finally called my parents, praying they'd understand. They had just spent nearly 3 times that amount on Emily's wedding. I didn't need chandeliers or champagne. I just needed my little boy to live. When I told them about Liam's surgery, there was silence on the phone. Then my dad sighed and said, "We just went through a huge financial hit because of the wedding. Maybe next year, honey." Next year? My mom added, "We've already done a lot for the family. You're an adult. You should manage your household better." That's when I realized, to them, Emily's happiness was family. My son's survival wasn't. I begged, cried, even offered to pay them back over time. They refused. But a few weeks later, I saw my mom post pictures online of a luxury cruise they were on. I sold my car, emptied my savings, and even took on 3 part-time jobs. My husband worked double shifts. Friends organized a small fundraiser. But we were still short. I felt humiliated having to explain to strangers that my parents, the same people who flaunted wealth, refused to help their grandson. The hardest part? Seeing Liam smile through the pain, whispering, "Mommy, it's okay. I'll be fine." I promised him he would be. Even though I wasn't sure how. One night, while updating our fundraiser page, I got a message from an anonymous donor. It said, "No child should suffer because of adults' pride." The donation? $85,000. I cried until I couldn't breathe. Later, I found out it was my sister Emily, the golden one. She told me, "Mom and Dad will never change. But Liam deserves to live." In that moment, my anger melted into gratitude. She didn't just save my son's life. She saved what little faith I had left in our family. When my parents found out Emily helped, they were furious. They said she'd betrayed the family's image and made them look bad. That was the day Emily cut them off too. We both realized love isn't proven by how much you spend, it's proven by how much you care when it matters most. Liam's surgery went perfectly. He recovered like a little warrior. When my parents called months later pretending nothing happened, I told them. Family isn't who you're born to. It's who stands by you when the world falls apart. I used to envy families that looked perfect from the outside, big houses, fancy weddings, smiling photos. Now I know perfection means nothing without compassion. My parents taught me what love shouldn't look like. Emily showed me what real love does. And my son? He reminds me every day that strength isn't measured in dollars, it's measured in heartbeats. If you ever feel unseen or unloved by your family, remember this: blood may connect you, but empathy keeps you alive.